Hi everyone, this is a tutorial to show you how to finish off the optional I-cords for the Knotty But Nice cardigan. So here I've got the bottom corner of my cardigan, I've got one of my I-cords finished already, and this is how you attach the live end of the stitches to create this little loop. And I'm going to show you just how to finish off the second I-cord. So I've already worked the I-cord to the length I want it to be, and now I'm just going to finish off as the pattern instructs you, where you reach end of I-cord. So you're going to slip two together knitwise. So here you're actually working a centered double decrease in effect. So slip two together knitwise, knit one, and then pass the two slipped stitches over. So this decreases the 3 stitches that you were working for the I-cord down to just the 1 stitch. And then you cut your yarn so that you have a length to work with of around 6 inches or 15 centimeters. Okay, so loosen that final stitch and remove the needles, and then you're going to use a tapestry needle to sew in the end of this securely. What I recommend is, first of all, putting the needle through this final stitch and tightening it so that that final stitch is secure. And then, in order to create this loop that you will then use to tie your I-cords onto your cardigan, I recommend counting down about 8 rows down your I-cord edge and then attaching this end at that point, and it creates this little loop. So here I can see my stitches, my rows. So I'm going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, approximately 8. So I'm going to go right the way through the I-cord to start with. There, I've created my little loop. And then just to make that really secure, because obviously there's going to be a little bit of tugging on that loop when you're tying your I-cords if you use them for the cardigan. So what I recommend is, first of all, weaving in the end once by using a kind of almost like a duplicate stitch. So I'm just going round each of those stitches down this way, and then back up the next set of stitches in the same way. So I'm going back up here to make sure that's tight. And then what I recommend doing is going back over that final stitch just to really make sure that it's secure. So going back through the middle of the I-cord and make sure that your tail goes through the end of the I-cord that you've attached, and it just helps it to be really secure, because it's going to get pulled a little bit when you're wearing it if you're tying it. And then I'll weave that end in again, and we'll end up with a nice secure edge on that I-cord. All right, so there you've got a nice secure loop on your I-cord. I'm just going to cut that end so it's hidden inside. And I'll quickly show you how I recommend attaching the I-cord to the edge of your cardigan. Now, where you've worked your cardigan, you'll see, I mean, the pattern recommends that you finish here, but it might be that you've decided to crop it and it finishes on here, or you've lengthened it. But whatever you've done, you'll have holes near the edge of your cardigan that you can then use to attach your I-cord to. So what I recommend is taking the non-looped end of your I-cord, pushing it through the hole nearest the bottom corner of your cardigan, pulling it through, and then push it through the loop that you've created on your I-cord. You then just pull that tight, and you've got a nice secure join that you can then use to tie your cardigan round you if you want to.